Hey Gemini, it's Erin here at the Allegory, your fellow Gemini tarot and intuitive oracle card reader. I'm excited to see you here. We're going to be doing an overall general feelings for August. How are things going? And I've got this really fun spread. I've been in a little bit of a slump. Mercury retrograde is really pulling in my motivation. I've been dealing with a lot from all angles, as I'm sure you have. I'm not going to reveal much, but for someone who has a very simple life, a lot's gone on the last couple of weeks, but it's all good. It's clearing out the dust and making way for something new. But I got this great spread from Vic Maxwell over at the I found her on Instagram actually, and her account is the New Age Hipster 333. So I wanted to be a call out because all of the August readings for all signs are going to be using this Pedro Pascal tarot reading that she's created. I think it's really fun. I saw Fantastic Four this weekend, so I'm feeling the vibes. I've got the blue one. I've got the spaciest of spacey kind of tarot deck here, the Sarsaparilla, which I absolutely adore and I love. The Sun, bottom of the deck, which is a Leo card energy, so definitely in the right zone here with choosing this deck. But what I really love, I love the clarity that at New Age Hipster 333, her name is Vix Maxwell, and Vix brings clarity. I love rubbing Vicks on my chest, in my nose. You think clearer, you feel clearer, so there's definitely some clarity of messages coming through. I will, if you don't want to listen to these downloaded messages, because I got a lot of thoughts that came in just as I was about to hit play, do skip ahead, do like visualize, and when you'll see the tarot cards drop if you don't want to hear these messages. If not, hang about, there could be something here for you. But while I was thinking of you guys and getting ready for today, because it's been a week since I've pulled cards for anyone or a reading or whatnot, I was looking at my ring here, and it's a shell ring that I picked up, I think quite inexpensively in, I think, Santorini. And I was getting this idea, I was thinking of like the Palace of Knossos and the maze of the Minotaur, and how we can spiral into these negative thought patterns and ideas and things. I really feel like this is going to be a month of unspiraling ourselves, taking ourselves out of our own mental mayhem of a maze. And we are in Mercury retrograde, so this is a really perfect time to clear out the old, start something new, and look at your own narrative. I've got this message, and I'm going to be doing this for everyone in the collective, because I'm not sure exactly who it's for, but it's so strong. This idea of who is making you the villain in their story. It's time to claim back your own power, your own initiative, your own story, and tell your story as it is meant to be told. This is about you looking at your inner demons. What are your inner demons? Can you resolve them? What can you do to be working on those twin flame connections? What can you be doing there? What are you learning from that twin that you can heal and move on, and just move on? Extinguish those flames of fire that has burnt you to your core in order to re-rise. I'm getting the idea of burning and twin flames of fire and phoenix from the ashes and rising up from that and being a better person for yourself. There's that energy as well. And also I got this idea of, as I was getting all these images, I was getting this, I was seeing this lion, and obviously we're in Leo season, so it's quite attributed to that. But this idea of lions, pick your pack wisely. Look at the alphas around you. Who's trying to take your throne, claim your space, dominate you? And with picking your pack quietly, who's supportive of you? Who will go the distance with you? And then I got the message of conserving your energy for the main event. We all know that the alpha lions will rest during the day, and they will only hunt and kill when it's really worth it. So there's this idea of conserving your main energy. And then by the end of August, I want this to be a feeling of bring sexy back. And I feel like it's really tied together so beautifully, because I've been thinking about this Pedro Pascal tarot spread reading for a couple of weeks, seeing him in a film this week. He's obviously got a lot of films coming out at the moment, but this idea of bringing sexy back, and Vic Maxwell actually had that song playing in the background of this tarot spread, and of an idea that you can do to do this. I really want this idea, the start of August, let's finish off Mercury retrograde on August 11, August 12, depending on where you are in the world. Let's wrap that out. Let's learn what we need to know. Let's claim our titles again. Let's claim our identity. Let's not be someone else's villain in their story. That's their story. Fuck them. They can fuck off. We don't need to know about it. This is really about you bringing sexy back by the end of August and feeling more empowered, more you, and more focused on what it is that you want to do next. Lots of messages. I know there's a lot, but I've got us 3 tarot decks, some of my absolute faves really on the table here today. So there's a lot of cool energy going on. We've got the Sarsaparilla deck, and then we'll clarify with the Pagan Other Worlds deck. And I'm also going to do like a little mystery card, a little power play card at the end that we will pull and see what's some additional messages or power plays, or what's the plot twist that you didn't expect in your story for August, Gemini. Okay. All right, interesting. That was the Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck. So it'll be interesting to see if that comes up here. But this is a 4-card spread. So let's take a look. I'll pull out the 4 cards in their positions, and then I will clarify as we work through the meanings with the second Pagan and Other Worlds deck. And this is the Elysian deck over here. So let's take a look. First question. In terms of what Pedro Pascal is thinking, he's like, from this advice, how can you calm yourself down in the month of August? This card. Month of August, we're in the 8th month. You've got the Strength card. The Strength card is Leo. This is a really, really timely message. Let's look at how to be your own daddy, how to be your own empowered boss self. 4 of Swords. This card wants to come with it. 2 of Cups. Ooh, big month, Gemini. Then your next one is, how can you manifest your own desires? Pedro Pascal wants to know, how can you manifest your own desires? Interesting. Now this is an intuitive spread. It's not in like week order or date order or like some sort of chronological order. Last one is what Pedro wants you to know. If you were to ask him anything, what does he want you to know? King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, let's look together. 2 of Swords. Ooh, thoughts coming up. Let's pull your mystery empowerment card, your plot twist. Let's call it the plot twist card. And we'll look at that at the end. So I'm going to put the whole deck away. Got our mystery card here. We've got an overall feeling of, could there be anything more than Gemini than head and heart? Between having these 2 Aces of Swords, remember we had the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling that earlier. Could there be anything more than 2 of Swords? Which way do I go? I'm feeling really indecisive. Overall, the meaning of the 2 of Swords, or the way to get the advice from this card, is really that she is blindfolded. So it's about not operating from data, from knowledge and what you're being told per se, but it's that beautiful Gemini energy of being able to mix the 3D and the 5D. And what I mean by that is what you know and what you feel, and then going with your gut with the 2 of Swords over here. But let's take a look overall. I love that we've got the Strength card in the month of August, especially because I was channeling all that lion energy, that pride, that pack energy. It's so applicable to where we are now. You may have strong Leo placements in your chart, or you may have this energy of connecting with a Leo. And because this is how can you calm yourself down, this really, the question here from Pedro is like, how do you calm yourself down? Pedro is saying, harness your inner strength, harness your inner focus. I'm also getting this message in this card as I look at it, is she's got her gorgeous space helmet on, right? Let me just get that in focus for you. She's got her space helmet on. She's not able to communicate clearly or loudly with that. It's going to bubble up. And in this interpretation I'm getting right now for you, Gemini, is that the lion is going to speak for you. Your inner courage, your inner beast, your inner demon. Harnessing that, you can see that she is nurturing, she is holding on to this lion, but harnessing that inner beast, harnessing that inner demon, and allowing that courage to come forth and be the one that speaks for you. Not the indecision and indecisiveness of the 2 of Swords, but it's being really brave to focus on what it is that you want to calm yourself down. If calming yourself down is having that really tricky conversation so you stop spiraling in your thoughts, then that's what you need to do. If calming yourself down is confronting someone who's being really difficult, so you can let that go. So in order to calm yourself down, you need to harness your inner demon, harness your inner beast, and use the strengths of that. Recognize that in your shadow side of it. Go deeper, go within, in order to calm yourself down with that energy that perhaps you don't pull on so often with this. It could also be perhaps you've got a friend who's a Leo and they're really good at calming you down as well, so it might be having a conversation with those guys. Now, in terms of how to be your own daddy, I love that we've got Be Your Own Daddy and we've got Two of Cups, which is soulmate card. Two of Cups astrologically is also Venus and Cancer energy. And Venus just went into Cancer on July 30. So again, we've got a lot of timing cards. This feels like a very, very specifically timed message for you during the month of August, Gemini. So you've got the Two of Cups, Venus and Cancer. And then you've got the Four of Swords, which is rest, recovery, and healing. This could be taking some time out to heal for this incoming relationship, or for a relationship that you've got. Perhaps you're a little bit bedbroken from starting something new or a honeymoon. There is this element of, I'm getting she's daydreaming and almost fantasizing here in this. I'm getting that because of this Two of Cups energy. So focusing, going within, thinking about what it is that you really want, what you can recognize in a soulmate connection. In your healing with how you can be your own daddy, it's about healing you, but that probably help you see yourself and heal yourself, and how you see yourself in a physical way or an essential way. We can see her skirt slightly ridden up, but not entirely. Being entirely comfortable with who you are and what it is that you want in love. So in love, this is a moment of, if you're in codependent situations, it's about how can you heal your shadow self. We've got shadow self over here with the strength card. How can you heal that shadow self in order to show up truly in your relationships and for yourself as well? Two of Cups is the energy of having enough to give to one another. You've got so much because you've healed. They've got so much because they've healed. This could very much be this idea of how can you be your own daddy, is taking control of your thoughts and feelings so they don't determine and run you in relationships or during the month of August. In terms of how to manifest your desires, this is about asking for help. 10 of Wands here. There's quite a heavy weight that's on the shoulders of this character. 10 of Wands, it's fire energy. It's this idea of maybe you need to delegate, maybe you're doing too much. In order to focus on your desires and manifest your desires, you need to let go what isn't really helping you and pass those tasks, those jobs, those responsibilities, those ideas off to other people, and also you can focus on bringing in your own harvest. And what Pedro Pascal wants you to know during this month is you've got King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. It's interesting that we've got this because the King of Cups is the archetype, the energy of being in control of your emotions. And you know how it's feeling, that idea of being your own hero and not being the villain in someone else's story. So this is about being in control of your emotions, being confident in that, maybe having a chat about your thoughts and feelings with those around you. If this is a relationship that this is really resonating with, then maybe it's time for you to step up to the plate in that relationship and be more expressive with your feelings and a little bit less logical, a little bit less fearful, and moving forward there. Let's clarify a little bit for you. Why is strength here as the energy to calm yourself down? What is that all about? Okay, we have the Five of Wands. Something to do with competition, scattered energy. Perhaps you're running on adrenaline and you're putting all your energy in all these different directions, and so you're less focused. And this is telling you to focus your energy. That idea I had in the downloaded messages of conserving your energy for the main event, not getting too scattered, focusing on what it is that you want. The Hermit, focusing on what you want. We've got Virgo energy here, so that's the next season that's coming up, astrologically speaking. But the Hermit is like a spiritual awakening moment. It's taking that time out to see what it is that you truly want in order to then work on that going forth. So in terms of calming yourself down, perhaps it's time to pick up some meditation, some yoga, maybe going for a walk, grounding yourself, going barefoot in the grass there. The hermit here has absolutely no shoes on, despite the fact being in the snow and in the cold. So definitely an opportunity for you to be grounding yourself, seeing your inner light, and seeing what's going to work for you in that way. Perhaps you're connected to a Virgo. I have Virgo in your chart. But in order to calm yourself down, it's time to focus your energy. Allow yourself to be confident to speak the truth and what it is that you really know that is right for you. In terms of how to be your own daddy, well, that jumped. Love this. We've got Judgment. Lots of major arcana cards here. If you're new to Tarot, major arcana are big moments, big revelations. This is a really big month for you, Gemini. We've got Judgment, which is Scorpio energy. I don't know if you heard that, but my dog just farted off camera. As she jumped up. So maybe some people have got some gut problems where you need to look at getting a nutritionist, get some probiotics, prebiotics, all that jazz. But Judgment is all about hearing the call. Perhaps it's time for you to rise from your ashes, rise from your grave, Gemini, rise from the death of the previous relationship, because you are calling in a soulmate energy. How to be your own daddy. Be that sensual, flirtatious, charming, eloquent creature that you are. Look out for the signs and synchronicities that are coming in towards you. This definitely feels like, well, this is how to be your own daddy. It's like how to bring sexy back for yourself, right? Do things that make you feel good, that allow you to rest, recuperate, recover. Focus on what it is that you want in love, and focus on self-love. And also be mindful that there are things, greater things at play, and be open to those ideas. How to be a daddy. Maybe it's a time for you to embrace some more spirituality. You don't have to go too deep or too woo-woo. But we've got the Hermit card, which is a spiritual card, and we've got Judgment here, which is a spiritual card as well. Let's go. These two cards want to come with it. Yeah, we have Eight of Pentacles. Keep working hard, keep focusing on you, and keep that balance of work and life. We've got the Two of Pentacles, which can be juggling a lot of energy. It's also the Eights. It's the Infinity card here as well. So it's finding that balance with work, life, and what you want from yourself, and continue working on growing and developing your commitments. All right, got two cards that came for Ten of Wands. We've got the Chariot, and we've got Ten of Cups. I love this idea of, in terms of how to manifest your ideas, I told you to, okay, bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands again, really resonating. You guys are carrying far too much burdens. You've got to let go, let flow of whatever is taking up too much of your time that's not bringing you any joy and happiness, because you've got the Ten of Cups, which is one of the happiest cards in the entire deck. It's ultimate wish fulfillment. It's complete heart's content, happy home, happy family, all the colors of the world coming together. You cannot, it's your cup runneth over. You cannot get any more joys. I'm getting the starting of something new here. We've got these little spring flowers just here at the top of this maypole. So there's definitely something to do with that, something to do with midsummer, maybe something happened around that time. And you've got the Chariot card. It's time to move on. It's time to let go. The Chariot is a very fast moving energy. It can also be success after a hard-won battle, hard-fought battle. Obviously battles are different today compared to, you know, what a chariot represents with in terms of ancient Rome and whatnot. But you've got this idea of Ten of Wands, letting go, charging forward into your happiness. So in order to manifest your ideas, you've got to drop what's not working, what's weighing you down, and move on. Perhaps there's an element of travel. Perhaps part of this rest, renewal, recovery, and feeling like being your own daddy is it's time to travel. The Chariot card is travel. It's also Cancer. It's Cancer energy, so you could be connected to a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart. It's interesting that we've got Two of Cups, which is Venus and Cancer over here, and then we've got Cancer here as well, and then we've got King of Cups, which is Cancer. So definitely lots of watery emotions. Go with the feels, go with the emotions. You've got actually quite a lot of balance, a lot less fire, a lot of cups, a lot of pentacles. And so it's time for you, in order to manifest your desires, focus on what you want and charge forward. In order to manifest, you've got to let go so you can move. This Chariot's going nowhere if it's too heavily weighed down by this sack of cloth, flour, whatever that jazz is, right? In order to move forward quickly, you've got to release the load, you know, throw the the picnic baskets out of the hot air balloon, whatever it is. I'm getting Yogi Bee Bear, getting picnic vibes. And that once you do that, once you move forward, you're on your way to your wish fulfillment and your happiness and your joy over here. Interesting, the 10 of Wands is clarified by the 10 of Wands. So it really is that message of releasing those burdens. As always, I always think I've got too much space on the board and I'll never fill it up, but I always do. We always get lots of extra clarifiers for you, Gemini. Okay, let's take a look at what Pedro Pascal wants you to know with his King of Cups energy. What does he want you to know? The Fool. Take the leap of faith with your emotions, with your feelings, with that love offer. Perhaps you are crushing on a King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. The Pedro is telling you it's time to take that leap of faith for whatever this King of Cups means for you. Take a leap of faith in your emotions, communicating your feelings or ideas. The Fool is starting all over again. It is Aries energy as well, so you may have Aries in your chart. I personally have Aries in my rising. So the Fool, King of Cups, wow. Oh my God. 4 of Wands, the Portal, the 1111, the 11111 card, new commitments, new ideas, marriages, stepping into something new, something gorgeous, something worth celebrating. And then you've got Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius season could be something for you, so that's coming up November, December. So you've got Saggy energy here. Alchemy, again, we've got these 2 cups in this card, 2 cups coming together, mixing energies, mixing spirits. Pedro could be telling you that this person likes you to have faith, go forward. There may be a connection that maybe needs a little bit more patience than you're used to displaying, Gemini. I get it, I understand. I'm calling to the bottom of the deck. 3 of Pentacles, something to do with work or building an empire together. Teamwork here with the 3 of Pentacles, but definitely this element of patience, but also a protected connection. Alchemy, mixing 2 spirits, mixing energies. I always love that we feel like the sun is rising over her head with her crown. So this idea of blessed, new light, enlightenment, seeing things differently. But this is a really gorgeous energy over here. What does Pedro want you to know? He wants you to know that you're in control of your feelings, that you should offer that cup forward, that you should be prepared for someone coming in towards you who is actually serious and does want commitment. And that this may also, I'm getting this may have been like a long burn build up if this is a relationship where maybe you've been really patient and finally it's all happening for you in the month of August. Gemini, shall we take a look at your mystery card? See what it says. Oh my God, I'm so nervous because this is such a cracking read. Let's do it. 8 of Swords. Get out of your head. Get out of your head. Again, one of the most Gemini cards. Interesting, you have the 2 of Swords, that indecisiveness. Your mystery card is 8 of Swords. You are creating barriers, you are creating battles, you are creating conflict that doesn't exist in reality. Let go and let flow, Gem. It is time for you to bring sexy back. It's time for you to embrace that Fool energy and just go for it. It's time for you to speak your truth. It's time for you to connect with yourself. Let go of what's holding you down and seek that happiness. I hope this has resonated. If so, do pop a cheeky something down there. Write me a comment. Tell me how this resonated for you, what you've taken away, what the big ideas were. I've got a deck of cards that's out of frame and the top card really wants to come. It's just literally looking at me. So I'm going to grab it. No cheekiness, no bonuses. I really want to finish this out quickly so we haven't got such a long read. 23:33 on the timer when I'm looking at it just here. Let's go. What is this? 3 of Coins, and you have 3 of Coins up here. Definitely something to do with celebrations, commitments, perhaps something to do with work. 10 of Swords, you're coming to the end of a really difficult cycle. 5 of Wands, there's been some competition. You've got the 5 of Wands up here, so it's really reiterating that idea of teamwork, finding your pack, not wasting your energy on what doesn't need your energy. And we've got an angle grinder that's just gone up. So maybe you're at the grind, maybe you're at axe. Maybe this is a work thing and your nose is being to the grind. That is your August reading, Gemini. Go forth, conquer, and let go of all those swords. It's not worth it. Bye.